Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to another Beat, Matt, Batrep.
MiniWarGaming's Beat, Matt, Batrep.
I got Dan here all the way from Cleveland.
Hello.
To challenge me to a game with his Skaven. I have not played against Skaven for a while, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if I've played them even since they got the new book. It's
been a hot minute then, yeah.
It's been a little while. And Dan, you've got a mixed Skaven force.
I do, yes. I run lean into the Skaven tide.
Which is cool, because I like the idea of it being a mixture of everything.
Yep.
And so we'll take a look at that in a second, of course. And I'm going to be bringing a mixed Ogor Mawtribe list with some Beastclaw Raiders and some non-Beastclaw Raiders. Yeah. So it'll be leaning more heavy to the Gutbuster side, but just because they're cheaper and you can bring more easily.
Have a variety fight.
Exactly. And so if you would like to come in for a battle report or to one of our events, make sure you check out miniwargaming.com/challenge for all the details. Let's take a look at the armies and the scenario. We'll start with my 2,000 points of Ogor Mawtribes. This is not from a particular Mawtribe because I wanted to have a bit more flexibility in what I brought. And so you can see there's a lot of the Gutbuster side of things, some Noblar side of things, and a couple of our Beastclaw Raider friends, the Stonehorns. So this whole thing is going to be led by a Tyrant General, Booyah, and I gave him the Prodigious Girth upgrade, which gives him 2 extra wounds, which should be handy. I'm also going to give him a 3-up save instead of a 4-up because you get to choose one trait for him, and in this case I'm increasing his armor save. I'm also trying out for the first time a Fire Belly. It was a hard choice of spells because I knew that he was going to be bringing lots of Skaven, and because there's the one spell that gives me a 12-inch bubble of -1 to hit. But then there's another one, which is one I'm going to take, Fiery Whirlwind, which basically hits like every model within 12 inches from 1 unit and does mortal wounds on 4+, which is pretty awesome. So maybe he'll get to use that if he doesn't die, and we'll see. And of course we have a Butcher, because Butchers are awesome. I gave him the artifact Dracoline Heart, which lets him refill the Great Maw Pot once per game at the start of the hero phase, so I don't have to wait for an enemy model to be within 6 inches of it instead. And the spell I gave him was Blood Feast, which is one of my favorites, which just gives a non-monster ogre unit +1 to all their attacks for all their melee weapons, which is pretty neat. And then to finish off the Gutbusters, I got all my battle line here. I've got 2 units of 3 gluttons and 1 unit of 12 with double weapons. I didn't quite have enough models with double weapons, so the one with the Iron Fist will just be the leader. That's what differentiates him, but everything else is going to be double weapons, because I'm tired of seeing me roll so many 6s to hit with the gluttons and hardly ever rolling 6s for my saves. And with the double weapon, 6s to hit give me an extra attack, whereas with the Iron Fist, 6s to save reflect a mortal wound, which just never seems to have much of an impact on the game. I also have 2 Lead Belchers. They're not battle line because you need to have at least 4 of them. That was more just to round it out. And in the non-Beastclaw Raider side, we've got 2 Noblar Scrap Launchers. So I'm going to try them out as they hurl their utensils and silverware across the board. And for Beastclaw Raiders, I have a Huskguard on Stonehorn, and I gave him the mount trait Black Clatterhorn, which allows the rock-hard tusks to do +1 to hit, so they're hitting on 3s instead of 4s. So you can see me roll all sorts of 2s instead of all sorts of 3s. And then we have a Huskguard Beast Rider as well. And so I thought that would be fun. I wanted to do Thunder Tusks, but it's just so hard to want to bring them when you're not going to bring a lot of Beastclaw Raiders, because they do so much less damage. They have the cool abilities, like a Huskguard on Thunder Tusk is a priest and has a couple good prayers, but those are only really good if you have a lot of other Beastclaw Raiders. And they also have their Frost Wreath Ice Blast thing, which would be nice, but the damage output of the Stonehorns once they get to close combat is just so good, and they're so much faster too, that I just want to use them instead, at least for now. We'll experiment with more of that as I get more Beastclaw Raiders painted up. And that is my 2,000 points. No War Scroll Battalion, so no extra command trait, no extra command points or artifacts for this army. On this side, we've got Dan's Skaven. Obviously, you got your Gnawholes. Now, why don't you walk us through what you decided to bring?
All right, so right there in center field, you've got a clutter of heroes. The general of the army is that Gracier on a Screaming Bell. He's going to be running with the Master of Magic command trait and a Suspicious Stone artifact. Next to him, you have another...
What do those do?
So the Suspicious Stone is a 5-up save after the save. That whispers.
So 5-up ignoring wounds?
Yes. And the Master of Magic is once per phase. Before or after rolling, I can give him a +1 to casting or denying a spell. Next to him, you have another Grey Seer on foot. I do have a battalion here, so he will have the Snout Grovel Robes artifact, which gives him a 13-inch bubble of battle shock immunity. Behind him, you have Screech the Vermin King himself, Lord of all Skaven Vermin Lords. Right in front there, you have a Claw Lord, who's going to be leading 3 battle line units of Clan Rats. That's the battalion right there, the Claw Horde.
And what does that battalion do?
That battalion, the Claw Lord, instead of giving one of those units +1 attack with his command ability, it affects all of them within, I believe it's 13 inches of himself.
Wholly within 13?
Wholly within 13.
So often 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky.
Yeah. Right off to their left there, you have a unit of Stormfiends. Just for some Clan Scryer representation. Behind them there's some lightning, just endless spell inclusion, because I have so many wizards. And then a nice unit of 40 Plague Monks with all their assorted banners and chimes and gongs.
Awesome. So 2,000 points.
2,000 points.
With a War Scroll battalion.
With a War Skull battalion.
Today we're going to play in the realm of Grr, the realm of beasts. We've got a nice table set up with all sorts of rocks that look like they want to kill you and trees that look like they want to kill you, because welcome to the realm of Grr. And we are going to use the Realmscape features, which means we're going to be adding a couple of monsters to the table, which will be obviously game-changing and totally unbalancing everything, but that's part of the fun of it all. We haven't rolled for the Realmscape feature itself in addition to that, so who knows what else might be happening. And so yeah, so the terrain that you see on here, the table or the mat is from gamemat.eu. All the rest of it is custom built. The brown rocky stuff is styrofoam terrain that Greenleaf Terrain made. And the big trees are actually aquarium terrain that then I had Adam from Greenleaf Terrain repaint and redo to match better for the table, which I think it looks really, really good. Got to figure out what the Realmscape feature is going to be. We both agreed to reroll ones, which does nothing. 5. Roll off, the winner gets to set up another monster.
Oh boy.
Oh golly. 6. All right.
Nice.
Woo! I get to set up 2 monsters instead of 1. We're going to be playing the core book, Gifts from the Heavens battle plan. There's a word. And essentially you can see that the territories are like this. You set up 12 inches away from your opponent's territory. And in your second hero phase, you roll a die, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the middle of one of those boards, an objective drops. And that's an objective for the rest of the game. So it's in your second hero phase. So it doesn't happen at the beginning of the second battle round. The objectives are worth the whatever battle round you're on. So they're worth 2 in battle round 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, etc. If there's a tie, whoever kills the most points wins. And we are deployed. It was tough deploying without knowing where the objectives are going to be. So I had to go for more general deployment on the Ogre side. You can see I've concentrated a lot of my big forces in the middle, and then a little bit of flanks of the Stonehorns, leaving this area a little open right now, but maybe that won't matter. And on the opposing side, there are rats, more rats, and
Some more rats.
well, big giant rats with guns. So we both get to choose a monster when it comes to the Realmscape feature for the Realm of Grr. And we place it on the table. We each select a monster that's not a hero, place it on the table more than 9 inches from any enemy units, or any unit, sorry, and more than 9 inches from each other. I chose a basilisk. And then Dan went over and grabbed a Dreadmaw.
Look, I don't know what a Dreadmaw even is. I saw a worm coming out of the ground.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It looks cool, and this thing is very powerful. The basilisk is no pushover either, but the Dreadmaw is very powerful. So thankfully we made the roll-off, and I got to choose a second one. So I was super nice, and I just got a second basilisk. I didn't grab a dragon or something, because...
Much more basilisks.
Yeah, exactly. So that kind of balances it out. 2 basilisks on the one side, Dreadmaw on the other. So starting with the player who finished deploying first, which is Dan. You get to place the monsters more than 9 inches away from any enemy or any models, and more than 9 inches from even each other. And then I get to do the same thing. So I'm going to place this here. We'll just measure it to make sure it's just out of 9 inches of all those plague monks. And the other one will wander off. He had a little lair inside of this tree, and he wanders out with all the noise of the rats arriving. So the way the monsters work is very simple. At the start of each battle round, each monster will choose its prey. The prey will never be another one of the neutral monsters. The prey is whoever has a unit closer to that monster, that entire army is its prey. It then, for that entire battle round, joins the opposing army. And just as simple as that. So the opposing army just gets to control it. But remember, that start of the next battle round, that can switch, depending on who's closer. So essentially what you're probably going to see is the first couple turns of us dealing with the monsters in front of our armies, and then we get to fight to see what's left after that. So it definitely will throw off the balance, but I think it's an interesting additional thing. We also have access to all the Realm of Gur spells that come from the Malign Sorceries, which you may see some. Dan, you finished deploying first, so you get the fun choice of choosing to go first. Normally in this situation, it would be an easy choice. You choose me to go first, right?
Yeah.
But now you've got two monsters, because the basilisks are now part of my army for this round.
There's basilisks.
But there's also a dreadmaw that's part of your army. So going first means you can deal with the basilisks that are actually close enough that they will be able to get to combat. And you can deal some damage with the dreadmaw, which I forgot to account for when I placed my Oscar. Whoops. And yeah, so it's not as easy a choice anymore.
Problems.
Do you know which one you want to choose right off the top of your head, or do you want a moment to think?
I need a moment to think about it.
Okay. Okay, so what's your choice?
On several.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the first turn.
Dang it, I wanted the first turn.
Shocker.
Yeah, what a shocker. Okay, Skaven and Dreadmaw, turn 1. Hero phase.
Ring the bell.
So what are you gonna do with this? You roll 2
I
dice.
have to roll 2 dice, which this looks somewhat cocked.
Yeah.
And then consult a chart for a 6.
So that one is going to hit all enemy units within 26 inches, which is just the 2 basilisks, and on a 4+ does a mortal wound to each of them. So
No.
red basilisk, no. Green basilisk,
Yes.
yes. Down to 9 wounds. So next you have your Vermin Lord.
Yes, this is
Vermin
Screech
King.
Vermin King, who has the 13-headed one. He has knowledge of the 7 great clans. So at the top of each turn, I have to choose one of 7 benefits. This turn, he will have knowledge of the arcane, +1 to casting and dispelling and unbinding rolls.
Spells.
We're going to do the Gracier. He's going to cast Skitter Leap on Screech, the King of Vermin.
What does he need to cast that?
He needs a 6.
Fails.
Fails. That's unfortunate.
What would it have done?
Would have sent him anywhere on the battlefield more than 9 inches from enemy units. Across the board to sling more magic, but that did not pan out. So we're going to cast Death Frenzy off of the bell onto the Plague Monks. Needs a 7 +1 for the... no, that's the one, so a 6 on the dice.
So you rolled a 7. What does that do?
That lets them, before they are removed as casualties, they get to pile in and attack with all of their attacks.
Okay. I'll try to unbind that with the Butcher. He gets +1 to unbind, but you had +1,
Yep.
so you actually got an 8. So I need to roll a natural 8, which I do.
Okay.
So they do not get their Death
No
Frenzy.
Death Frenzy. Alright, the bell is going to cast a Warp Lightning Vortex Endless spell,
Needing,
needing an 8. So a 7 because of the...
because you're within an inch of the...
No! That is a
Roll a 10 and 11, so I'm not going to try to unbind that with my Fire Belly.
Fair enough.
So place away. So it creates a triangle, and what does this spell do?
That spell does mortal wounds on impact, mortal wounds again in the movement phase, and I believe it
What do you mean on impact? When you cast it, you mean?
When I cast it, it deals mortal wounds, and then again in the movement phase, it will cause mortal wounds.
Is there anything special if you're inside the triangle?
It's a 4+ roll to deal mortal wounds, which gets better the more points of the triangle you're within range of.
I see. So it doesn't matter if you're in
It
the
goes
triangle.
4 up, 3 up, 2 up. This just is very visually pleasing to
You
me.
can do that. Yeah, it is. So you can do that right now then. 2+, and how many mortal wounds does it do?
So on a successful 4 up, it deals D3, 2 up because of all that. On a natural 6, it'll deal D6 mortal wounds. So that's D3.
So D3, because it's only
Which is
unmodified 6s that do the
Correct,
D6,
it has to
because
be
otherwise that
unmodified.
would have been 6.
Yeah.
So 3 mortal wounds.
3.
So he's down to 7.
I'm going to do an Arcane Bolt from him into ye old Basilisk Lizard.
You get +1 of this, so a little easier to get the extra. So that's a
Hey, look,
10,
the +1.
so that'll actually be the D3 instead of 1. I'm not going to try to unbind it. I don't think I'm in range anyways.
For 2.
For 2 mortal wounds. It's down to 5. And Lord Screech.
Screech the Vermin King, he's going to attempt to cast Wild Form, which is a casting value of 5, onto... We'll put it on the Clamor, it's all the way over there.
Hey, don't get ahead of yourself. You got to cast it before you can choose a target.
Fine. We'll do that.
Nope, he failed because he's not within. Oh no, he gave himself plus one.
+1, so it does.
All right. So this is the Realm of Gur spell, which gives him +2 to run and charge on this unit.
Yes.
And you also know Mystic Shield because you're too far away to do anything else of use. So 9. You know what? I'll throw and I don't. If I made it, I'll check the range of my Fire Belly.
We'll give it to the same unit.
Same unit?
Yep.
Okay. Into the movement phase, we hear the skitter, skitter, skitter of the rats.
Rats.
And they moved up. The rats moved up. The Plague Monks did not. And the Dreadmaw skittered over, getting ready to punish me for forgetting to stick a couple lead belchers way over here so that it wouldn't be able to just come to my front lines like this.
Gobble, gobble.
Well, it is what it is. End of the movement phase. This endless spell triggers again. Everything close to it, possibly. So that is good. So it's 2 up. So D3 mortal wounds to the... Oh,
Another
goodness. 3. Basilisk is down to 2 wounds. The only other shooting that you have is a Dreadmaw with his slime spray. What's his target going to be? Basically a cannon shot. 4s and 3s, minus 2d6.
We will put it into Big Hoss.
Huskered?
Yep.
4s to hit. All
Right.
done. All done. As you expect from cannon shots.
Yup.
Charge phase. Dreadmaw will declare charge.
Huzzah!
And
Weird,
gets
it made it.
10. Gonna go after the lead belchers and the Huskard. You got these clan rats.
Yup.
And they get +2 to their charge because they have the wild form on them. So they're charging 8 inches. In they go.
Rats.
He's going to turn one of them into
You
stone.
will be eradicated.
Is that going to be this whole game?
Yes.
All right. Then I'm going to have to pull out the ogre puns.
Okay.
It's Ogre-whelming!
It's all ogre now.
In they go.
Rats.
At the start of the combat phase, he looks at every unit within 3 inches of him. On a 2+, does 1 mortal wound to them.
Look into my eyes.
Not model, unit. I wish it was model. So 1 mortal wound. They don't have anything to ignore mortal wounds, do they?
Nope.
So one of them turns to stone and falls over. So who fights first, the Dreadmaw or the rats?
Absolutely, the Dreadmaw. I don't care about clan rat lives.
Oh. Carnivorous Maw, 3 attacks.
You gonna bite the husk off.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt. This could just one-shot him. 3s to hit. Oh, they all hit, because it's only 2s to wound. Re-rolling if I had 2 or less wounds, which I do not.
Don't.
Oh, you made them all.
Oh boy.
They are -3 rend, d6
boy.
damage apiece, so I don't get a save, and you do...
Not that much.
Okay, 8 wounds, which I ignore wounds out of 5+.
Bite, bite, bite.
Okay, I got 3 of them. So you did 5 wounds so far. Then you do 3d6 writhing coil attacks. Oh, 11. This is 4s to hit, 4s to wound.
Huzzah!
Okay, not that great. 4s to wound.
Huzzah! Nope.
2 wounds.
Go right.
-1 rend, so I get a 5-up save against these. I do not save them. They are 1 damage each, which I ignore on 5s.
Yep.
I ignore 1 of them. So I take 6 damage total. So I am down to 6. Ouch. Obviously, I will have the Basilisk fight your little clan rats. So he's got his bite, 1 attack, 3s to hit. All right.
All right.
His clutching claws. This guy's crap. I just realized, look at his stats now. Like, why did I choose him? He hits on 4s.
Oh.
They all missed.
Oh. Well,
All right, don't choose Basilisk anymore. They're garbage.
I guess rats are gonna fight.
Yeah, go for it.
1, 2.
They're gonna hit on 4s because they managed to bring you below 20.
Yup. 4s and 4s. Woohoo!
4s to wound.
Woohoo! Oh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
You can't kill him with this, but 5-up save. Oh, especially when he makes all of his
wow.
saves but 3. Why did I make those saves for him? I don't care if he stays alive. 3 wounds. Down to 6. My Huskard on Stonehorn will attack the Dreadmaw.
Do it.
I will punch you and kick you.
Do it.
3s to hit and 4s to wound.
You punched me and kicked me.
1 wound. You get a 3-up save against that.
Ah! He's okay.
Yeah. And then the attack that might make a difference. He's got 4 rock hard horn attacks instead of 6 because you hurt him.
Yeah.
They normally hit on 4s, but I give him the mount trait to make him hit on 3s.
Yay.
Look at that! They mattered! Woo! Except, wait, I gotta roll 3s again. My goodness, I got 3 out of 4. You get a 5-up save against these. They're 3 damage apiece, though.
Let's not fail any. I failed too.
Thank you. 6 wounds right there.
Yep.
And then d6 crushing hoof attacks. So 6 of them, nice. So these will hit you on 3s. Not bad. Wound you on 3s. Also not bad. These are only -1, so you get a 4-up save.
All right.
Dreadmaw is very heavily armored. You fail 1, and it does d3 damage. So 3 more, nice.
Ooh.
So I could actually knock him down to 5 wounds. Not bad. And I still have my lead belchers to go next. Yeah, you've managed to keep my butcher out, which is both good and bad for me. It's good because it lets him kind of do his own thing, but bad because the extra attacking power might actually finish off the Dreadmaw this turn. So lead belchers will just have to swing. Start with their bludgeoning blows, hitting you on 3s. Ugh.
No.
Sorry, there was a leader in there. I had one more attack. Yeah, it mattered. 3s to wound. Bah, just 1. And -1 rend, 2 damage.
Up.
So you get a 4 up. Fail, 2 more damage. He's down to 3.
There it is.
And then gulping bites. Just 3s, followed by 3s.
Okay.
No rend, 1 damage, so you get 3 up saves.
Ah!
1 wound away from killing him.
He lives.
He's
Sort of.
alive. I'm surprised I did that many wounds, actually. 14 wounds, 3 up save. I did quite well. He still managed to chunk out half of his wounds, which is a big deal. It really actually encourages me to use this Maw Pot to heal him. Which feels like a shame to use it so early. I did bring the artifact so he could refill it, so it might actually be useful to do that, just to try to bring him up another notch as well. But we'll see. So, Battle Shock. So your Skaven rats over here has lost 1, but their bravery's high enough.
Yeah, their bravery's base 4. They get +2 per 10 instead of the traditional +1.
Yeah,
Rates,
so they're fine. I did because the basilisk is just garbage. And that is your first turn. So thankfully, I thought you were going to kill the Huskard, because that, especially when you got all the hits and all the wounds through, but then you rolled kind of for the damage.
Yeah, you give you something.
And then I was able to save a couple of those, so that was nice. So Huskard is still alive, and I still have my basilisks, who are at least providing some interference, which is nice, I guess. So let's go on to Ogor Mawtribes, turn 1. So since you're close to my Beastclaw Raider, you might get a little cold. It's the Grasp of the Everwinter at the start of the hero phase. I roll a die for each enemy unit within 3 inches of a Beastclaw Raider. If I roll equal to or under the current battle round, you take D3 mortal wounds. So it means I have to roll a 1. I roll a 5. Not even close. Also at the start of my hero phase, the Fire Belly is going to attempt to dispel this endless spell. It required a casting value of 8 to cast, which means I have to roll a 9 or higher to dispel it. But it doesn't really have much else to do yet. And I fail. My Butcher will attempt to cast Blood Feast onto the big unit of the Gluttons, and he gets a 12 total. Your Bell is in range to try to unbind you to roll double 6.
Give me box scars. Nope.
Nope, that's pretty far away from that. This entire unit of Gluttons is now +1 attack. I am going to actually use my pot, my Great Maw Pot's ability. Right now it's full. I can empty it and heal all of my Ogre models within 36 inches. D3 wounds. It gets filled one of 2 ways. One, if an enemy model dies within 6 inches, which I have one. Yeah, we're gonna eat the Dreadmaw. Or 2, I can use as artifact, which I gave him once per battle at the start of the hero phase. So it's just gonna heal the Huskard D3. 3, good. So that actually brings him up a bracket. That's a pretty big deal, bringing him up to 9 out of his 12. I will use my 1 command point to have the Tyrant use its command ability to bully the Gluttons. What that does is I give them D3 mortal wounds, which I should have done before I did the healing. Do you mind if I just reverse that order?
Nope, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, because I was like, I gotta do the stuff that damaged me first, and I just did the wrong order. And then they are immune to Battle Shock for the rest of the game, so they'll take 3, and then they'll heal 1, so they take 2. Yeah, it's funny. It's like I just thought about it. I'm like, okay, I got to do that first. And then I just, right after I thought that, I did the opposite. Also backing up, this won't matter actually. When he casts a spell on a 1, he would lose a wound, but then he'd heal D3. Yep. So would I lost it? I wouldn't have lost one. No. On a 2+, he actually heals a spell or wound, but he didn't have any wounds allocated. So if he had lost 1, he would have just healed it anyways. And then we go into our movement phase. The Basilisk is actually going to retreat to make room for my Gluttons.
Cowardice.
But before I go into my movement phase, these guys have a gaze of petrification or whatever. Choose an enemy unit within 12 inches. On a 2 or 3, they take 1 mortal wound. Or sorry, yeah, 2 or 3, 1 mortal wound. And 2 or 3, it's D3 mortal wounds. On a 4+, it's D3 mortal wounds +1. So this one's actually going to gaze at him. So D3 +1 mortal wounds. So 3 mortal wounds onto, what's his name? What is it?
Lord.
A what?
He's a Claw Lord.
A Claw Lord. The Claw! So he goes down to 2 of his 5 wounds. The other Basilisk will start year 2, work on your Plague Monks, and does just D3 mortal wounds. So 2. Do they ignore them at all?
They don't.
And they explode and do nothing. And now we will move. And up they go. This Basilisk retreated and ran forward, because I could do that.
Tactical cowardice.
And the other Basilisk moving forward. And then everybody else is kind of swarming up. Got the Stonehorn Beast Riders. my buffed up unit of gluttons. The fire belly actually ran because he wants to get close to use his spell later on, and the tyrant came up nice and far as well. End of the movement phase, the only things within 6 inches will be the tyrant, which is just in range of 1. The basilisk, which is in range of 2. Let's start with the basilisk.
Okay.
He's in range of 2, so that means on 3 up he'll take mortal wounds.
3 up D3, natural 66.
Okay, so D3, he's got 2 wounds left. He's dead.
Good.
Nothing special happens when he dies. He just dies. My tyrant is only in range of 1, so 4 up.
Nope.
So nothing happens. Started my shooting phase, going to use the blood vulture. Try to put a mortal wound on your Claw Lord. 2+. It does 1 mortal wound.
Ah.
He's just down to 1. There's no lookout sirs from this. It's just a special ability. Isn't that wonderful? Now in the rest of the shooting phase, we'll have these 2 lead belchers fire at the Dreadmaw. They didn't move, so they get D6 shots each. No, this might do it. 10.
Me alive.
4s to hit.
Ugh.
That's average. 3s to wound. Okay, that's above average. -1 damage, so you just gotta fail a single 4-up save.
Okay.
Thank you. And he dies, and they quickly chop him up, throw over the meat. The butcher grabs it, throws it into the Great Maw pot, and fills it back up. Looks like Dreadmaw's back on the menu, boys! Woo! Scrap launchers are gonna hurl their assorted silverware into the plague monks. I'm gonna do them both at the same time because I can't imagine one of them. Yeah, one of them could not kill enough plague monks to bring them below 10.
Right.
It'll be maximum 18 damage, which is not likely. So because your unit has 10 or more models in it, there's +1 to hit, and the damage is D6 instead of D3. And there's like 38 of them still. That's why I'm not worried about resolving the one before moving on to the next. So I hit on 2s. All right, we got a 1.
Yeah.
Here's the hard part though, 4s to wound. Oh, above average. We got 3 of them. You get your 6-up save.
All right.
No rend.
2 out of 3? No,
Nope,
3.
none. So I do 3d6 damage. Come on, big money. Okay, 11, that's average. I'll take it. All the silverware comes down.
Monks.
Knives, forks, even some sporks.
Monks.
And some other things that they just managed to find.
6, 8, 10.
11.
11.
Yay! Whittle them down. The tyrant will then pull out his pistols and fire at these rats, hitting on 4s. Wounded on 3s. Yep. So your shields make you a 5-up.
Yep.
-1 to that, so 6.
Nope.
Oh, reroll 1s. You got Mystic Shield on.
Oh, I do. Nope.
Didn't help. It slightly improved it. D3 damage. Blammo! So blam blam! 3 clan rats go down.
Let's make your charge harder.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The Stonehorn will then fire its harpoon launcher at, what's the guy's name again?
Claw Lord.
A Claw Lord. Normally 4 to hit, but look out, sir, we'll make it 5. Yeah, see, it didn't matter. It would have hit anyways. Into the charge phase. The Stonehorn Beast Riders will charge 9 inches. Oh boy. Woohoo! Bam! Trampling charge. I roll the number of dice equal to the unmodified charge roll. In the case of a monster, every 4+ does a mortal wound.
Oh, Lord.
8 mortal wounds! Well, you can make my other charges harder. Oh.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Yep. The big unit of gluttons is going to declare charge. They need 9 inches to get to the rats, which is hard, but not impossible. They do have the banner to re-roll charge rolls. 8, so close. They can smell it. I'll roll the tyrant's charge. It's going to have to be pretty long. Well, 7 is definitely not going to make it. I wasn't sure if I wanted them to charge, so I just let the dice decide for me. Into the combat phase. Do you want to use any command abilities?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, we're just going to start right with the only fight that's going on here. My Huskard Beast Riders will attack. We'll start with the Rockhard Horns. It's at full health, so he's got all 6 attacks. Only hitting on 4s. Oh no.
Only, huh?
Why did I roll this well when it's just a freaking few rats? These are 4 damage each right now because I charged. But I still have to roll 3s to wound. Watch this.
Alright.
Okay, they're all dead. That is 16 wounds. I don't think I did 16 wounds in my entire last battle report.
Glad we had this talk. Glad we had this talk.
Blam! Well, now he's by himself at least. So that's something. Although there's a basilisk over here, so I guess he's not totally by himself. So, ow! We just piled through those. Now, mind you, they're not that expensive, right?
No.
That's 120 points for those 20. So, but we almost got your leader right here.
No, leave him alone.
He's got 1 wound left. Does he have any way to heal?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's
a bird's gonna peck his eyes out.
Yeah, a bird is gonna peck his eyes out, and we'll call it a day. But
birds hunting rants is about, right?
Yeah, that sounds right actually. Like, what else would you use a blood vulture for except to kill some nasty, nasty big rats? So that is the end of battle round 1. So in battle round 2, in our hero phases, the gifts from the gods are going to appear. So in the end, the Dreadmaw's dead and slowed me down, which is an important part. Ended up taking 3 wounds total off the Huskard because I healed them. And then died and filled my pot, which was quite convenient, actually, now that I think about that. Basilisk is dead right here. The other one's pretty healthy, about 60% of his health. Nope, exactly 60% of his health. And running a bit of interference for me. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. This endless spell sticking in the middle here is really annoying. It's basically zoning out where I want to go, but it is what it is. So, beginning of battle round 2, we're going to roll off to decide who gets to choose who goes first. You win ties. 3, 4. Okay. Are you going to give me the double turn?
No, I don't.
No, you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. First off, we got to see where your gift from the gods comes down. So basically, you roll a d3. It's 1, 2, and 3. Or you can roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead and roll it right there.
What?
It's the middle.
Smack.
Isn't that the one you wanted the least?
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Right in that pass comes the gift from the gods.
How convenient.
The bell rings at the start of the hero phase as well.
Ring the bell.
Gong.
3.
All that does is adds d6 inches to your bell's movement.
It's so
2.
fast.
Does that mean if there were no rats nearby, it could
would
move
still
2?
be 0. It is net reduced to 0 no matter what the bell rings.
Oh, okay. So
Cannot
just so everybody
move if
knows,
there's no
this
rats.
movement is based on how many rats are nearby, because they're pushing the bell.
Yep.
Also, starting your hero phase, you want to dispel your own spell?
Yep.
So you can
I'm trying to
cast it
make it go
again
away.
and put it somewhere else?
Nah, let's not worry about that.
Okay. So you get... Does this give you +1 to dispelling as well? As arcane?
I know it's...
You know what?
casting
Roll
and
it.
I don't
Roll it. If you roll exactly 8, we'll look it up.
We don't have to look it up.
Doesn't matter. You did
Doesn't
not
matter.
dispel it, but I did take up one of your spell slots.
It did.
Also, start of the hero phase, you got to choose one of his knowledges.
Yep, so Screech of Vermin King will have knowledge of shadow slinking. -1 to hit him with shooting.
Not just with shooting.
It's for
just,
everything.
It's just anything. -1 to hit him.
He slinks very well.
Spell time.
So we will wrap up the bell spell casting with a Death Frenzy onto the Plague Monks.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You get a +1 of this at least.
Yeah.
Did they? What do they need?
They needed a 7. This is a 6, so no.
Huh. Okay.
Weird.
I won't unbind that then.
Strange.
Next spell.
We will try and Skitter Leap.
Who's casted it?
This little man will cast it.
On himself?
He will cast it on the big man behind him.
Okay, so he can actually choose a hero.
Yes,
not
he
just
chooses
himself?
a hero within, I believe it's 6 inches, but they are
And then they
quite
get to be
close.
placed anywhere on the table more than 9 inches from enemies. What do you
Correct.
need to cast?
This needs a 6 to cast.
7.
Yay!
I will try to stop that
No!
using the butcher who is near the cauldron. So I need to roll a natural 7 because I get +1.
Yep. Ugh.
No
Why?
skitter leaping for you.
Why my well-laid plans? Why?
I wish that was my fire belly.
Ugh. So, Screech the Vermin King, now that my well-laid plans have been shattered, is going to try and Dreaded 13th the Basilisk.
What do you need for that?
He needs an 8 to cast.
Huh.
Not that weird. This is a theme. This is
Yeah.
a theme for the Skaven. They believe magic works, they are liars.
And what are you going to cast next?
Bestial Spirit from Screech the Vermin King into the Basilisk.
So this is a spell of Gur, requires 6 to cast. And you
I
got
have
it?
6!
I won't. Well, that... No. So D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound. My gut told me it didn't matter. Down to 5. Lastly,
Off of the Gracier, so has 1 more spell. He's going to cast Wild Form onto Screech.
need a 5 for this.
Huh.
8, and my fire belly will try to unbind that. So I don't want you to have +2 to your run and charge.
But I want it.
Well, you
Ah.
can't. I'm sorry, man.
Why?
Sorry. Into the movement phase. You got a few difficult decisions to make along here.
So many difficult decisions to make.
What to take care of, what to deal with. You can't kill everything, but you could kill some stuff.
That attitude.
Not with that attitude. Well, not in one round. Start off with the rats moving forward.
Start off with
And they've repositioned. The one group of rats running back towards the objective, the other one moving forward with their vermin lord. Over on this flank, what are you going to do with your storm vermin?
I think we're gonna just dial it back a bit.
You move forward, I charge you.
We're gonna
You move back, they
We're
don't
gonna
get to
be
shoot.
patient. Oh,
Gotta see where my
fall
objective.
over.
Gotta see where my objective comes, right?
Yeah.
If it comes right here, then they might be able to be useful. But if it comes all the way over there, then who cares, right?
Yep.
The plague monks are just gonna hold that past.
Yep.
End of movement phase. My tyrant is still within 6 inches. So on a 4+, he'll take some mortal wounds. He
Yay.
does take D3 mortal wounds, right?
Yep. Oh.
1 mortal wound. So down to 7 wounds for the tyrant.
Yep.
We go into the charge phase then. Where do you want to declare charge first?
We are going to first declare a charge with these clan rats over here.
Okay, make your roll. 3 inches will get you to the basilisk. 7 might even get you to the Stonehorn. So they're going to move up to the Stonehorn to protect the Vermin Lord, who wants to go in there as well. So they've moved up very carefully. Engage the basilisk as well. Your Vermin Lord needs a 7-inch charge to get there. And mix it with a 9. Goodbye, Stonehorn. It was nice knowing you. Into the combat phase. The Vermin Lord fights first into the Stonehorn. Starting with the Doomglaive. Hitting on 3s.
Woohoo!
Wounding on 3s.
Oh, come on.
What is it with 3s and 3s?
Come on.
If it's 4s and 4s, you'd get like most of them. These are -1 rend, D3 damage, so I get a 5-up save against this. Which I do not make. You do D3 damage.
Incoming!
Can you do max damage? No. 2, and I ignore them on 5s. I do not, so I take 2 wounds so far. And now for his Plague Reaper, also 3s and 3s. Okay.
Okay.
So 3s to wound. That's 4 wounds. -1, so I get a 5-up save. Make 1 of them, and then I ignore wounds on 5s. And I ignore another one, so that's 4 wounds total. And he's down to 8. Okay, so I get to choose next. I'm not going to do the basilisk, it's crap. So I'll do the Stonehorn. And this is a hard choice. I want to start beating on your Vermin Lord, but because I can obviously come and take care of your rats afterwards. Yeah, I just realized that attacking the clan rats would make sense if I was trying to keep him alive, but I have to kill so many of them to reduce the number of attacks they have, and they're already going to have very few attacks. So I am going to put my attacks on the Vermin Lord. We'll start with his rock hard horns, which he's lost an attack on because you've hurt him. Hitting on 4s. Oh no, again! Why is he skewing? Well, it's okay. Maybe my wounds will make up for it. 3s to wound. No,
that didn't skew.
That's -2, 3 damage. So you get a 6-up save.
Okay.
6-up save. Make 1, so 9 wounds. Now he ignores wounds and mortal wounds on 5+.
Oh, that's
So
not
he
great.
took 7.
Oh boy.
Crushing hoof attacks, D6 of them, 4 of them. Hitting on 3s, and then wounding on 3s because I'm hurt, normally on 2s. Oh, look at that, you heard of me. That would have been D3 each. And then the guys on top will punch and kick you. 4s to hit, 4s to wound. 2 wounds, no rend, 1 damage. So you got a 4-up save against these. And you, whoop, that one's way over there. It was a fail, and you ignore it on a 5+. And you take 1 more. That brings him down to 4 wounds. Okay, that was way more effective than he normally is. Rat's turn. And up they go and into the basilisk. Backing up a bit, we forgot if he would petrify one of them. This is important because there's 20 of them right now, and they get +1 to hit when there's 20 or more. 2+. Oh, yeah, they killed 1. You could just grab, no, you grab one from the middle, so you have all the attacks. But it does mean they lose their +1 to hit. So attacking the Stonehorn Beast Riders, hitting on 4s.
Oh boy.
Oh crap. You were -1 to hit with your Vermin Lord. Hold on a second. We're gonna remember you have 3 hits. So I double checked and I did roll 2 4s. Now in the end I did 3 of them got through and did the 9 damage total. And then you negated 2 of those, but we're just gonna forget that you're negating it. We're just gonna, any one of these that I remove will be 3 less damage. So essentially, I'm gonna randomize which ones got through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that one. So now I need a 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Okay, so it didn't matter.
Yep.
Basically is what we're saying is that I didn't make the wound roll on the 1 and you saved the other one. And so no difference, but we had to go back and basically redo that. Back to the clan rats, they had 3 hits on the Stonehorn, so 4s to wound. 2 wounds. Nothing for the rend, so 4-up save. I was gonna say followed by nothing. 5 attacks into the basilisk, hitting on 4s. No, winning on 4s. No, they did nothing. Okay. Well, now the basilisk will fight back with his venomous bite onto the rats. 3s to hit. Good job.
Hey.
And then his clutching claws. 4s to hit. Boy, watch out, little rats. 4s to wound.
Hey.
3 wounds -1. You still have enough guys for your shields to be working, so you're going to be at 6
6
up. And 3 die. All right, basilisk. You choose through 3 of them. Well, clutches 3 of them. His bite didn't do anything. End of... That's the end of the combat phase. So we're into the battle shock phase. You lost 4 clan rats total. What's their base bravery?
Their base bravery is 4.
So they get +2 for having at least 10 guys, because that's the Skaven rule. So 6 guys, or 6 bravery, 4 guys dead. Do you want to inspiring presence that, or do you just want to roll
command
it?
points to burn. We'll make this phase not matter.
Okay.
We'll spend 1.
1 command point. Whew, well, that charge didn't do as much damage as you had hoped for.
It did not.
Yikes is all I've got to say. And it's now my turn. Ogre Mawtribes, turn 2, but before that, you did get 2 points for holding your objective.
Yep.
The objective is worth whatever the battle round number is. So let's go into my turn. Start my hero phase. Let's find out where my objective is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here. That puts it right here. That's where my army is the least, but also your army is the least. And then my winter thing for my allegiance ability, because you're within 3 inches, I roll for each unit within 3 inches. In this case, the battle round is 2, so if I roll 1 or 2, they take D3 mortal wounds. Start with the rats. No. And your vermin lord. No. My butcher at the start of the hero phase is going to use his 1 spell slot to try to dispel this. I think it's important that I dispel it, because it's kind of in the way of me going for your objective. So you need me to casting value 8, so I need to roll a 9 to stop it, and I do not. I am going to attempt to cast Fiery Whirlwind, which I will target the clan rats with if I pass, because I get to roll a number of dice equal to how many are within 12 inches, which is going to be most of them. Each 4+ doing a mortal wound. Needs a 5 to cast. Get a 7. This is my only spell. You might as well try to unbind it with the guy who has +1 to unbind, so you have to roll a natural 7 to stop it. And you do. Oh, boy, do you ever. I forgot that last round, when the Butcher unbinds spells, on a 1, he takes a mortal wound. And on a 2+ he heals, but he doesn't need to be healed. It won't matter right here, because I'm about to heal everybody again, but I just wanted to point it out for rules purposes. And then he will empty the pot of all the Dreadmaw contents, and heal all Ogre units within 36 inches, which is everybody, D3 wounds. Huskard goes back up to 10, so now he's no longer bracketed. Tyrant goes back to full health. The Ogre's right here, also back to full health. And the Huskard Stone or Beast Riders, 2 wounds restored as well. That brings him back to 10 of his 12 wounds. In the movement phase, my Stonehorn, Huskard, is going to help grab this objective as well. And the Lead Belchers we'll see. So he will move over here. He's staying more than 18 inches away from your Storm Vermin.
Storm Fiends.
Storm Fiend, sorry. What was he at?
He was at...
He had 9, and then he healed.
Healed.
Just a 1, right? Yeah, he got back to just enough to get his full bracket. My Lead Belchers will start moving over here too, just in case they need to reinforce. One more hero phase thing I forgot, he has his gaze. I'm going to try to gaze. Is he just outside of 12 inches, or is he within the 12 inches?
That's a great question.
No, he's definitely in. He's within 11. So 2+, he's dead.
1! Oh.
Yeah, he's gone. Because he has no way to ignore mortal wounds, so I don't have to worry. But how many I roll? And this whole posse is going to move up. Ogres on this side are going to run. Sorry, I rolled off camera. I rolled a 6. So 14 inches. They are hungry. And these 3 gluttons are going to run 4. They're coming in. Sure. I know once they're in there, they can't run, but they don't care about running after this. Now we're going to roll. They're the only ones at the end of the movement phase. They're close enough for all of them. So 2+, it'll do D3 mortal wounds. 6, it'll do D6. So it'll do D3 mortal wounds. How many? 3. Well, ouch.
Zap.
Start of the shooting phase, Blood Vulture. I'll target your Grey something? Grey Seer. I was going to say Grey Seer, but it just didn't sound right. 2+.
No.
Hey, it didn't work.
He's okay.
And then thwack into your Plague Monks again. We're just going to keep working on them. I'm going to do them one at a time because there is a slight but improbable chance that I bring them down below 10 after the first one. I'd have to kill 16 of them. Max 18 is what I can kill, but yeah, we'll see. 2's to hit. Well, yay. They all hit. Hardest part though, right here, 4 is to wound. So 2 wounds, no rend, so you get your 6-up save.
6-up saves.
And do not save any, so I do 2d6 damage total, and only 4 of them die. Let's do that again.
Okay.
Let's do that again. 2's to hit.
Yep.
So 4 have died so far. We got 2 more, 6-up saves. And then, so 4 die plus 5, so 9 die. Okay, that was pretty impressive. Last round they did 11.
2.
So
4,
still 9. I'm actually
7,
quite happy with that.
9.
Firebelly will breathe his fire onto the clan rats. On a 4+, he'll do D3 mortal wounds. Nah, he's going to do this to your Vermin Lord. I don't know, because I'm just about to smash into the clan rats and do so many mortal wounds to them. Yeah, let's do it to your Vermin Lord. 4+. Yeah, see? Moot point anyways. I should have just rolled it first and then decided. And then I got my 2 pistols, who I'd like to fire at your Vermin Lord, but he's -1 to hit right now because of his knowledge, not because of Lookout Sir, because he's too big for that. but I just don't care about shooting the rats, so I'm going to shoot him anyways. 5s to hit. Look at that. There's a 4 and a 6, so 1 miss because of that. 3s to wound.
Hey.
-1, so you get a 5-up save. Otherwise, you're fine. It's D3 damage. And harpoon launcher into end as well. 5 to hit. No. Charge phase. We're going to start with the fire belly. Charging 5 whole inches. Now the trick here is to stay 3.6 inches away from the basilisk so that the Grey Seer is closer, so that I still get to control the basilisk. So it is kind of zoning me out as well. Otherwise, I would just rush this line right in there. I rolled 5 for the charge, so I get to roll 5 dice. Every 6 is a mortal wound. No mortal wounds. My tyrant will go in next, and he'll charge 8, right to there. 8 dice, 6s do mortal wounds. We got 3 mortal wounds. 3 rats die.
Whoop.
And then the gluttons will charge. 7 is adequate. I could re-roll it. The reason I might re-roll it is because they have enough models that they will do mortal wounds on 4s. So 7 dice, each 4+ is a mortal wound. 4 more die. So 7 die just from the charges. You managed to pull the basilisk out of combat. Woo! Beginning of the combat phase. Did you have anything you'd want to use that last command point for?
No, I don't think anyone's in range to actually really do much.
Well, he could do it on himself, like reroll 1s to save or reroll 1s to hit.
You know what? I'm going to give myself reroll 1s to hit.
So all out defense.
All out.
Last command point.
Yep.
I will start with my Stonehorn Beast Rider into your Vermin Lord. Having healed, he's back up to 6 attacks with the rock hard horns. Hitting on 5s though, because you're still -1 to hit. Okay, we got 3 hits. This guy is rolling far too well for what he normally does. 3s to wound. So 2 of them get through. They are -2 rend. So you get a 6-up save re-rolling 1s because of all out defense.
Nope.
Didn't matter. So that is 6 damage. That's enough to kill you, but you get to ignore them on 5s. You have 4 wounds left.
Hey-o.
Look at you! Only took 2.
Live.
Maybe he'll live. We'll do the crushing hooves next. D6 attacks. So
2.
only 2. These will hit on 4s, not 3s.
2, 1 into something?
Let me just, okay, so it's a hit.
Yep.
2s to wound now. So it doesn't matter anyways. I will punch you, and I will kick you with the guys on top. 4s to hit. No, 5s to hit.
Yep.
It didn't matter in the die roll. I just wanted to make sure we understood that. Just -1 to hit. 4s to wound. So technically enough to kill you. There's no rend though, so you got a 4-up save. And you're alive. Do you take this wound though? 5 up to ignore it? You do.
I do.
So your above average rolls of 5s kept him alive.
Down to a low
I'm not saying that as a complaint because I've definitely been rolling above average for that Stonehorn. So who's attacking back? Vermin Lord or the rats?
I think the rats have to, right? It's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can't attack the Vermin Lord until I kill the rats.
Right.
So you just kind of want to pile on that 1 rat
Rats.
to make sure that Firebelly can't wrap around and finish off your Vermin Lord. As many as you can onto the Stonehorn.
Yep, so that's 3, 6,
That's 7, and then the 2, including your leader, on the Firebelly. 7 onto the Stonehorn, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. Aye, aye. 3 attacks onto the Firebelly. Also need.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Gluttons. The 5 of them all into the clan rats. We got 15 attacks from their weapons, hitting on 3s. 6s count as 2 hits.
Ooh.
So we got a few misses
roll.
here, but those 6s make up for 4 of those misses essentially. 3s to wound. Pretty below average, but they're 2 damage apiece. So you have only 9 left, so you only get a 6-up save rather than 5-up. 6 of them die from that. That's a really good roll. So you got really lucky and stayed alive there, but I still have my gulping bites. See if I can do some damage because you just lost 6 of them.
Yep.
We got 3s to hit, 3s to wound. You still get your 6-up save. Can you roll at least 2 6s? No, they all died anyways. Such a good roll. Unfortunately, did not make a difference. The clan rats all died. Vermin Lord's gonna go back and he's gonna attack the Stone Horn
That's the one.
Beast Riders. Doomglaive, 3s to hit. This one is unaffected by how hurt you are. 3s to wound. Nice. -1s, 5-up saves. I failed them all. How much damage each?
D3 apiece.
Okay. Yikes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Enough to kill it. I do get to ignore them on 5s, though. And I got 2 wounds left.
Oh.
You only have 4 attacks with your other weapon because you are hurt.
Yeah.
3s to hit.
No.
Ooh, that's exactly the number of attacks you need to kill him.
Not a good start.
3s to wound.
No.
-1, I get a 5-up. And ignore it on a 5-up.
No, he lives.
Okay, 2 wounds left. No, 1 wound left. Ouch! Well, I can't complain. In those 2 rounds, he's done more damage than he's done like in
That's what he's supposed to do on the charge.
other games, period. So my fire belly will go next. Pile in, making sure to keep the basilisk closer to your Gracier, and leaving room for the tyrant. Gonna hit you with my hammer. Normally hitting you on 3s, but now on 4s.
No.
Wounding you on 3s.
No.
-1, you get a 5-up save.
Stop hitting.
No!
He lives.
The tyrant comes on in. Start with this big old hammer. Now, traditionally, my tyrant does very little damage. He never seems to be able to hit with his hammer. I say traditionally because this game has definitely broken most of my traditions. Stonehorn doing so well. So he's going to hit on 4s with the hammer because you're still -1 to hit. Okay,
Oh.
see, traditions are being broken. 3s to wound though. Okay, so these are -2, 3 damage apiece. You're going to need to roll double 6 to not die. You do not.
Nope.
So that's 6 5-ups that you need to make to ignore it. That's only 5 of them. Can you roll 6 5-ups?
Also no. Very much no.
Not even 1. The Vermin Lord is kaput. Is caputo. End of my turn. I am holding this objective. Oh, Battle Shock, by the way, but I don't have any near to you.
Yeah.
Everything just died. And so I do get 2 points. So that ties up the game 2-2 as we go into battle round 3. Are you ready?
Well, I'm gonna roll.
Dan's got
I
the
don't know
white
if I'm
die.
ready.
He
I'm
wins.
doing it.
He wins ties. You got it. So no double turn for me unless you want to give it to me.
Yeah, I'd rather not. No.
Okay, you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Skaven turn 3. Start of the hero phase, see what the bell does. You want double 6s to summon a Vermin Lord,
Ring the
right?
bell. No, that's a 9.
That's a 9.
That's still pretty high.
That's a Peal of Doom. Everything within 26 inches that's an enemy. You get to roll a die on a 4+, does D3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
So that hits everything in my army right here. It does not hit the outlying gluttons on this side or my units holding the objective over there. Let's do this quickly. Fire Belly, 4+. Yes, D3 mortal wounds. 1. Fire Belly goes down to 6. My Tyrant? No. Can you kill my Stonehorn? 4+, he's dead. Well,
Yep.
maybe not. Maybe not. D3 mortal wounds. Which he ignores on a 5+. Give it a die. Ah!
Dead.
He's dead. Yay, the Vermin Lord did it.
Progress.
Hey, Tyrant, let go.
Takes the turn with.
Big unit of gluttons. 4+,
Yes.
yes. Does D3 mortal wounds. 1.
Everything's doing.
So one of them's down to 3. And then we've got scrap launcher number 1. Yes, D3 mortal wounds.
Higher than a 1.
3. Brings it down to 6. Scrap launcher number 2. Yes, D3. 2. Brings it down to 7. Gluttons right here. Nope. And then the last thing is the butcher. Yes. Wow, you roll a lot of 4+.
Now I am.
Even if the D3
1.
isn't that great, you're still rolling the 4+. So he's down to 6. Not bad. Good amount of wounds overall. Killed the Stonehorn,
Yay.
which is a nice little extra. Oh, the basilisk.
Oh.
That's still mine, because it's closer to you than me.
Yes.
D3 mortal wounds.
2.
1.
1.
So he's down to 4 wounds now. Try to dispel your own endless spell again.
Trying to get rid of this lightning again. It's been very endless so far, so I need to roll a hard 8. So I get a +1 from the swirly portal. I do!
Awesome.
Let's go.
Finally! Open up that tide. Although you probably just want to throw it somewhere else. Next up,
Skitter Leap, needing a 6. Woo!
8. My butcher will try to unbind that, getting +1.
Yep.
So I need to roll a natural 8. Oh, again!
Why?
Now, since I unbound it on a 2+, I heal. I do. He heals the wound. Still have a couple more spells you can cast,
Yeah,
though.
alright, so consolation prize, we're going to try the Warp Lightning Vortex.
So the endless spell that you just got rid
The
of?
spell that we just got rid of.
Need an 8.
So first you will eat a Warp Stone token. You can do this once per phase. I roll 3d6 for the casting attempt, and I can pick 2 of the dice to represent it. But if all 3 dice combined roll a 13, it is unbindable. It goes off, but he dies.
It's unbindable?
Unbindable.
It goes off and he dies.
Yes.
If you get exactly
If I
13.
get 13 on the 3 dice combined.
Nice. Let's see what you got. You got...
Not a 13, and it doesn't go off.
Oh! I just realized that. I'm like, no!
So that is... Well.
Okay. Dude, magic's not your game. You need to get an army like the dwarves or something where you don't have to worry about magic.
Well,
They play Corn. Corn or Fire Slayers.
Right.
It's your next army.
Last spell, little Death Frenzy.
Why not, right? You see Ogres.
I know those other armies, I'm just going to fail all the prayer rolls.
That's true.
Yeah,
8.
9 means
Well,
a 7, so hey.
I'll try to stop it with my Fire Belly. I need to roll a natural 10.
Yep.
No.
All right.
Death Frenzy!
I got magic!
Woo! Storm
Fiends.
Fiends. I called them Storm Vermin before.
Fiends of Storm.
They're moving up. They won't be able to charge or shoot, but if they stay back, they're essentially useless. They got to try to work on me over here. Your little clan rats here, where are they going? Skitter run! They're skitter running!
+2 is 4 is 10.
Yeah, they get +2 because of their banner. And then the Plague Monks. Now that the Endless Spell is no longer
They've
there,
been unleashed.
they move forward with their Death Frenzy, ready to suicide themselves into my army, which is what they are designed to do. And they're up. No shooting, so just a charge from the Plague Monks. Bring it in, brother.
Woo!
7 inches will definitely get you in. In they go. They're going to take those gluttons. Or die trying. Start of the combat phase. Is there anything that you want to do?
Stab you.
Okay, well that's during the combat phase, technically.
I would like to stab you before, too.
Yeah, so when they charge, they get +1 attack on their melee weapons. So they're at 3 attacks each. There's 18 of them, that's 54 attacks. They also get to re-roll hit rolls. So they should be able to kill these gluttons.
Yep.
54 attacks hitting on 4s.
Alright, 6 is to hit, or rend 1, 6 is to wound, or 2 damage.
Oh, golly. You don't even need any of that.
It's happening.
4 is to hit. So far, there are hits. These are extra rend. So you get to re-roll the misses. 4s to hit again. There's some more. So there's our 2 wound pulls. These are -1 rend. Now, if you roll 6s to wound, they do an extra damage.
Yes.
So start with the non-rend. Actually, no, start with the rend ones because those will probably just kill me.
Yep.
So 4s to wound, no re-rolls. 6s are damage 2. So these ones are -1 rend, 2 damage. So 6 up saves.
2, 4,
So
6.
that's 6 wounds, and these are just rend -1. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's enough. You only need a 9. They're dead. Battle shock phase? No battle shock.
No battle shock.
So you got your objective still, so it's worth 3 points now. So the score is 5-2. So we go to Ogor Mawtribes, turn 3. Start of my hero phase, I'm gonna chuck the Dracoline Heart into the pot to stir it up again, warm it up, and fill it up. I'm gonna attempt to cast Blood Feast. And I
don't think so.
pretty sure I needed a 7. Yeah, needed a 7. That fails. Fire Belly will attempt to cast Wild Form, and he gets with 7. You might as well try to stop it.
Yep, no one's close enough, so I just gotta beat a 7. Right.
You do! Look at that! No magic.
For anyone.
No magic. I'll use the healing ability. I'll empty it yet again, and just heal everybody. It doesn't heal Grots, so these guys won't heal because of it. Either because they don't have the constitution to eat the dead stuff that's in there, or because the ogres probably just don't let them. Huskered, back to full health. 1 wound back for them, 1 wound back for him, and the basilisks don't get any. Oh, right, in the hero phase, the basilisk will also look at them and do D3 mortal wounds. One of them will die. Movement phase, Huskered on Stonehorn is going to take the bait. Hungry lead belchers will grab the objective and be in range to shoot. Crap launchers don't like this bell ringing on them, so they're going to back up outside of its 26-inch range. Basilisk is pretty hurt, but he can still get there. I will run these gluttons, 2. So just gonna run this way. Big unit of gluttons will make their way back to your plague monks. I'm sure this will be quite the destruction. Yeah, that I will destroy you, and then you may very well destroy me too. You didn't charge, so you don't have 3 attacks anymore, but yeah. A tyrant will move up. He can move 10 when he's hungry. Firebelly will come over here too. Butcher wants in.
Do it.
So he's going to come up too.
More meat.
Shooting phase. We'll start with the scrap launchers into... feels like such a waste of fire to play.
Target of the game.
Yeah. So the first one, hitting on 2s, because there's still at least 10 of your guys.
Oh boy.
Wounding on 4s. We got 1. I'm going to reroll that. It's kind of cocked. 1.
So.
And you get your 6-up save, otherwise it does D6.
Dancing. Nope.
2. No. Kills 3 of them. So 3 of them so far, so there's still at least 10. 2s to hit with the other one. 4s to wound. There we go. That's the scrap launchers I expect. So 3 of them died from that. I'll fire my fire belly at them. 4+, it does D3 mortal wounds. Yep. So 1 more of them dies from that, from his fire breath. Then I'll fire the pistols from the tyrant. They both miss. Surprise. But my basilisk has an awesome 1-shot attack that hits on a 5. Yeah, no. I don't understand. It has 1 attack that hits on a 5, wounds on a 2, -2 rend, 1 damage.
Yep.
I don't understand. I'll throw my chain trap at you. My bear trap chain trap.
I'm not a bear.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That hits.
Hey.
I don't think it wounds. No, I need a 3s to hit, or a wound. So these 2 will fire D3 shots each, so that's 3 shots, hitting on 4s. Nothing. I'm not gonna hurt you with shooting. Charging.
Bite me.
8. Oh boy. I will bite you. I'm gonna go sideways, try to kind of block you off in case you decide to do some sort of weird retreating shenanigans.
Don't worry about it.
Rolled an 8 for my charge. I get to roll 8 dice. Each 4+ is mortal wound. You got 6 wounds on each guy though, so 3 wounds. So the back one's going down to 3 wounds. The butcher will charge. 8 inches. Hello. So 8 dice, 6s do mortal wounds. I kill 1 of them. Now they have Death Frenzy on, so whichever model you remove, it can pile in and then attack. I'm just gonna choose that. This one. So it piles in and attacks the butcher. 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. Re-rolling because they're paired.
Hey.
1, that's -1 rend, wounding on a 4. Oops.
Yep.
So that's 1 wound, -1. So yeah, he failed that. So he takes a wound. They don't get to do their 6-up mortal wound thing unless it's a melee attack, which that was not. Let's do the big unit of gluttons next. They're gonna charge 6. Ooh, I'm tempted to re-roll that, but I will not. 6 is definitely enough, but I was hoping for higher because they're the ones that do mortal wounds on 4s. So I'll go like this, and then the rest. Once again, not gonna be able to fight with all of them, but once again, probably doesn't matter. So every 4+ is a mortal wound. So 4 of them die. So they basically have to pile in and fight.
We'll do 1, 2,
1,
3, 4.
You want to go after the butcher?
Yeah, we'll go after the butcher.
So 3 after them, 1 after the butcher?
Yep.
Attacks against the gluttons, hitting on 4s. Re-rolling. We got 1 -1. Do the -1 AP one first. It does 1 wound, and then do the non-1 AP ones. They do 2 wounds. So 5 up, 6 up. So 2 damage so far. 2. All the way down there, and then 1 more against the butcher. 4s to hit. Re-roll. You got the -1 AP. And 4s to wound. Sorry, -1 rend. So he gets a 6-up save against that. Booyah. He's down to 5, and then those 4 die.
Removed.
Well, at least they get to do some damage on their way out, right?
And removed.
Tyrant will charge. 5. Looks like the fire belly's not going in. 5 for his charge. Every 6 will be a mortal wound. 1. Which one?
2 gluttons.
2 more attacks, hitting on 4s. Reroll. 2 hits. Wounded on 4s. Hey, 2 damage. 5-up save though.
Yep.
Oh! And then it dies. Basilisk will charge 9 inches. Just want to basically make sure it stays away from my guys. I got a couple command points, so I'm gonna do, the Tyrant will do all-out attack. It seems kind of unnecessary.
7 monks.
I know.
Calm down.
All right, but the Huskar's gonna do all-out attack on himself for sure. So I'm gonna start with my Huskard then on Stonehorn into your storm. Nope, shh, don't tell me. Storm. I don't remember.
Fiends.
Fiends. Start with the rock hard horn, so I can be disappointed right away. Get 6 attacks. I gave him the mount trait to get +1 to his attacks for them, so they hit.
Every time you talk yourself down, they seem to hit real well.
We'll see. 3s to hit. See? That's what I was expecting. 3s to wound. See?
Okay, we're back.
See?
We're back.
You get a 6-up save against that.
Oh.
That's 4 damage. See, just 1 getting through, see how much damage it does? Imagine if just 2 of them got through. My crushing hooves. D6 attacks. 3s to hit with this one.
Hey.
2s to wound, because I'm at full health again.
Hey.
-1 rend, 5-up save.
Nope.
It is D3 normally, but D3 +1 because I charge.
Oh joy.
So 4.
Yeah.
So it's down to 1. I'm gonna try to finish that one off with punches and kicks. 3s to hit. Re-rolling 1s because my all-out attack. Woo! The 1 command point mattered. Maybe 4-up save. 4-up save. I don't know why I'm getting so excited for. I killed him.
1 damage, 2 damage?
Just 1.
Okay.
You want to do the monks or the clan rats? Monks.
Monks.
Okay.
Thanks.
They're already all in, if you just care about attacking the gluttons.
Yeah, they're just gonna hit the gluttons.
Okay. 14 attacks, hitting on 4s. Rerolling 6. Why do they do so many little special rules with these guys? Rerolling. Let's do your -1 rend ones first. 4s to wound. 6s are 2 damage. So you got one of those. 6-up save. That's 1 damage so far. 4s to wound with the other ones. 6s do 2 damage. Nice. So we'll do these ones. You've done 1 so far. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Well, that exactly kills 2 more. That's good. Yep. We'll do the basilisk next for a whole lot of nothing. Venomous bite, hitting on 3s. Yeah. Nope, see, told you. The clutching claws. 4s to hit.
Okay.
4s to wound. Woo, we got one. It's a whole -1 rend.
6 up. Hey.
And then the clan rats can kind of pile in and see if they can finish him off. It's been a pain in their rear end.
Do that.
Not by the amount of damage that he's done, but just by how much area he's denied.
7 stab. 3s and 4s.
There's still 20 of them. He didn't kill one like he did everywhere. Oh, wait.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Beginning of the combat phase.
Don't do this. No!
There's 19.
Basilisks are terrible. Nobody likes them.
So now you only hit on 4s instead of 3s.
Fine. Have it your way.
Oh,
Hit on 4s.
That's just only a couple
cool,
3s.
man.
Only a couple 3s. Wound on 4s. 3 wounds. 5-up saves.
Yeah.
2 damage. Stupid basilisk. Let's do the gluttons next. We can pile in over here.
Do it.
We're gonna deny the butcher any ability to attack. So we'll get...
He's there for moral support.
Yeah. Rah, gluttons. 6 of them can attack. So lots of punches or not punches really, it's their weapons. Hitting on 3s, 6s count as 2 hits. That was, see? You told me.
Whoa.
You don't need all out attack, Matthew. You don't need all out attack. Well, yeah, I did. Well, maybe they're all gonna die anyways with the tyrant. So I get 1 extra because of that 6.
Yeah.
3s to wound. Like, don't get me wrong, these are 2 damage apiece. You get your 6-up save.
Oh, adorable.
So this crappy roll.
Oh, adorable.
Killed 8 of them. Oh, you had 7 left, so that.
Oh, okay. You need all that attack. Oh, yeah.
You were right. You were right. So I got so close to them as I kicked them. Some weird Nurgle stuff might get
They
in
might
my
get
mouth.
goo on you on 6s when they die.
So
Goo.
1 mortal wound.
Take a mortal wound. Now they're gonna
14 attacks as they pile in and fight with Death Frenzy. Hitting.
stab.
Hitting on 4s, rerolling.
There rolls.
The the rending ones first. 4s to wound. Oh, you had to roll them separately.
I did.
So 2 damage -1, so 6 up. So that's 4. So we've done 5 with the mortal wound. 1 damage -1. So 4, 5, 6. Other ones wound on 4s. So you've done 6 damage so far. And 6, 7. So 7 total with the mortal wound as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. This one, I got multiples of this banner. Oh no, this wound you down to 1. And then they all disintegrate. Storm Fiend into my Huskguard on Stonehorn. 4 attacks, hitting on 4s.
6s are D6 hits. Oh.
3s to wound.
Oh.
-1, you said?
Yep.
How much
for 2
damage? Oh. 5 up.
Oh.
I still technically have the Butcher and the Tyrant. The Tyrant will just pile in 3 inches. The Butcher will not.
Can they pile into nothing?
They can. You can select a unit to fight if it has charged or is currently within 3 inches of an enemy.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, you can actually punch through the unit in front and then use the pile-in to get to somebody behind that's
All
not
right.
within 3 inches. But he can't reach any further than that, so I'm just using it to get closer to the objective.
Good deal.
Although maybe that's a bad idea. No, you don't have anything to fight him over there except the bell. And the bell can't move right now.
Yeah.
So, Battle Shock. These guys are immune to Battle Shock because they got bullied earlier.
Yep.
But your Storm Fiend is only Bravery 5, you said?
5.
He lost 2 of his buddies, so only 4+. He runs away.
He's okay.
He doesn't run. Yay! Objective-wise, my Tyrant does count as 2 models because he's an Ogre. But you have 1, 2, 3 models, so you still continue to hold this objective. So I only have the other, so I tie up the game 5 to 5. Whew. Not looking too good for the Skaven, though. Let's just say it. I'll say it. So not looking too hot for the Skaven. And if I get a double turn, you're done.
A slim chance off of a not double turn that there's a fighting chance here.
Yes, because you can try to teleport across the table and see if you can do something.
Yep.
Try to steal my objective
Heroically
from me.
run away.
Even then, it's kind of tough because as I come in and take that objective, and then just turn around and go back towards the other one with my Stonehorn. But we'll see.
We can not worry about it if you win the roll-off.
Yeah, exactly. So I went first last time? No.
No. You haven't secured
I still haven't got
double
my
turn
I haven't got my double turn yet. That's right.
Right.
So you win ties. 3, 5.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try your harebrained scheme. Let's see what the bell does. Maybe it'll summon a Vermin Lord.
Boxcars. Nope.
8. I think that was just everything.
That's the mortal wounds.
Yeah, that's everything within.
4 up for D3.
So I moved the scrap launchers at a range. So start the basilisk. Yep, D3. Oh, so close.
Come on.
So close. Gluttons over here. No.
Nope.
Fire belly on a 4+. Yes, D3. 1.
Every time.
He's down to
Every
6.
time.
Gluttons, you could kill one of them. Yep, D3 mortal wounds. 3. So kills the 1. And we'll just wound. I don't know, whatever. 2 more wounds on him.
Oh.
Butcher over here. No, and the tyrant right in front of you. Yes, D3 mortal wounds.
1. Weird.
It's back down to 7.
Actually might be in range.
Huskard and Stonehorn is in range now. 4+.
Nope.
I can't see it. No. So now the master plan is skitter leap across the table, try to grab the objective somehow.
Yup, needs A6. Woohoo!
10. Well, I might as well try to stop it. I don't have any pluses to unbinding, so I need to roll a natural 11+, which I do not. Hey, it worked!
Oh, thank you.
The magic! It's happening! Woo! Comes out all the way over here.
Oh, hello. Look up.
So what's the spell he's going to try?
He's going to try the Warp Lightning Vortex Endless spell.
Are you going to eat your rocks
He's
again?
going to eat rocks. So he needs an 8. On 3d6, pick the 2 highest, and if it's a 13, he dies and the plan goes awry anyway.
Yeah.
But no guts, no glory. That's not a 13, and it goes off in a big way.
Yeah, I can't even unbind that because you rolled a 12.
Lightning.
So now the trick is to try to place it to maximize its coverage of both the lead belchers and my Huskard.
I don't think we're getting your Huskard with 2 of them.
No, not because you have to basically make them equally 7 inches apart.
Yeah, which is...
So now on a 2+, because they're within all 3,
Yep. 2 up. Yay.
does D3 mortal wounds.
Wow,
1 so
come
far.
on.
I'm going to injure the one closest to you.
No.
4+ on the Huskard. No. Next up,
Bell. It's going to Arcane Bolt the Basilisk.
try to finish it off. It only has 1 wound left. You
Get
need
outta
a
here,
5.
you dumb, stupid lizard.
No pluses. That's a 9. You know what? I'm going to try to stop that just
No.
to slow you down.
Let me kill your lizard.
You caught him. Boom! It's not my lizard, by the way. He was a neutral third party.
Uh-huh.
And for his last spell,
Bestial Spirit from the realm of Gur. Casting value 6 for D3 wounds.
you got it. I can't stop it, so you do D3
At
mortal
least
wounds.
2. 2.
And you were targeting my gluttons, so you killed another one. And guess what? You brought him down to 7, which means they don't do mortal wounds on 4s anymore on the charge. Movement.
Push the bell.
So the rats move over, and now that they're close to it, the bell gains a movement speed. So in order for the bell to move, it has to be within 10 inches of 6 friendly models. Doesn't say a unit, just 10 models. And so
Like
right now
this
you
little
are, but if
bubble
you move
like
up too far, you won't be able to charge because it
I think
says
you
it.
can only really move up about 3 inches.
That's okay. If you get a long enough charge, it should be able to get up just
and
as
then it
far.
still holds them.
Yeah, it's good. End of movement phase. This thing sets off again.
Yep.
So 2+ on the lead belchers. Yes, D3 mortal wounds. 2, which is good for you because if you had killed him, that'd be a harder charge. And 4+ on the Huskard on Stonehorn.
Oh, sorry.
Whoop, way over there.
There it is.
D3 mortal wounds. 2,
2.
which I ignore on 5s. Ignore one of them.
No.
Down to 11. Charge phase. Is he going to go in and do it?
He's going to go in and do it.
9-inch charge. You do have a command point for a reroll.
Point. Ah,
He made it! Whoo, your plan is working!
come here, ogres.
And then the bell will try to charge.
Ah.
Yeah, it's in. Basically just trying to block.
Yep.
Beginning the combat phase, I'm going to use my last command point to give the gluttons all-out attack. You're going to spend 1 for his 1 attack?
All out attack.
Okay, now, where are you
smite
starting?
these
You got
ogres.
3 fights to choose between.
And they're all so important.
They actually are. This, I would,
Yeah.
speaking in my mind,
Yeah.
this one's the least important. Probably the most important, but also probably very important. But you just choose.
Yep.
What do you think is the most important?
I think we're going to commit to the Grey Seer.
Okay.
We're gonna commit.
He's got way less damage potential. So you're
bell's
hoping
there
that
to-
he.
That bell is there to stall the situation. It can
Right.
do that no matter how many wounds it has left.
Right, exactly.
I want this Stormfiend to swing, but if the Grey Seer dies, all is for naught. So
Exactly.
the Seer must live, so the Seer must slay.
One attack, hitting on a 4.
Slay flay!
Reroll it once.
Ow! My plan!
I'm going to do my Huskard and Stonehorn, try to finish off the Stormfiend.
Fight me, you cunt.
Start with his rock hard horns, hitting on 3s because of his mount trait.
Ooze! Oh god. Oh.
3s to wound.
Yeah.
Oh boy. -2. 3 damage each to get 6 up saves.
You can nail all these 6s.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, he died.
Mate,
So he survives with 1 wound left because he's actually got 7 wounds.
they gave him armor.
I'm not done yet. Rushing hooves, D6 attacks. Oh, no.
Leave him alone.
Sorry, man.
Leave him alone.
3s to hit. 2s
Leave him
to
alone.
wound. These are all -1 D3 damage. That's just a -1 that matters. 5 up saves.
Leave him alone.
He's
Oh,
gone.
no, he's super dead. Oh.
Oh, that was so exciting for a moment.
He tried so hard.
Oh, your bell gets to attack.
Oh, Bella gets to attack.
What does it want to focus on, the tyrant or the gluttons, or both?
I'm gonna kill your tyrant.
Okay, I like that attitude. Start with his warp stone staff, hitting on 4s.
Woohoo!
Good start,
Oh,
good
he
start.
wants it.
3s to wound. We got 1. -1 rend. I did upgrade my gun to a 3 up save, so 4 up. Oh, there's one of them.
There's ogre blood in the water.
There's ogre blood. He's down to 6. Then you got your tearing claws and
Yeah,
fangs.
there's a red ogre on the back punching you.
4s to hit.
Woohoo!
Ooh, 3s to wound. These are
Oh, there's ogre blood in the water.
These are 2 damage apiece, but I
Yes,
got
they
a 4
are.
up save against them. Oh,
Ogre.
4 more!
Oh,
So close!
it's all ogre now.
2d6 rusty spikes because you charged. Oh, only 4.
boy.
Only 4, but they're 2s to hit
They're 2s and
because
3s.
you're not hurt yet.
Yeah, oh, 2 still hit.
Oh no!
Stop it!
You can still kill him if you roll 2 3s. Oh, he survives! -1, so 4 up. It's apparently. Oh, there! I made a save finally. It was a good try. You had me worried for a second. So I'm gonna do my gluttons next, and we'll get 5 of them in. Wait, let's put the leader in. Hello. So I got all my attacks, and they are hitting you on 3s. Rerolling 1s, 6s count as 2. Okay, so that makes up for 3 of the misses. Almost all hit then. 3s to wound.
Ugh.
Not horrible. These are 2 damage apiece, but you get a 4 up save, and then you ignore wounds on 5, and then you ignore wounds on 5.
Yes.
So 4 up save. That was a good roll. You only got 4 of them fit through. That was 8 damage, which you ignore them on 5s. You ignore
Oh,
none
boy.
of them, but you
Oh,
can
boy.
also ignore them on 5s.
Yeah. How convenient.
I know. So it's
Oh no.
2 of them, so 6 wounds so far. You're down to 7. Gulping bites, hitting you on 3s, rerolling 1s. Oh, that didn't help. 3s to wound. Then that's a 4 up save. 5 up, 5 up. Hey, you made it 5 up, 5
Ugh.
up. Hey, one more. It's down to 6.
Yeah, there's 6.
I'll do my tyrant next.
There it is.
Do his thunder mace, hitting on 3s. See?
All
See?
right.
That's the guy I know. 3s to wound. Still got through.
All right.
You get a 6 up save against this one. It's -2.
Nope.
If you fail, it's 3 damage, which you ignore on 5s twice. No.
Nope.
Oh wow, dude.
Get this artifact. Come on.
That's 2 wounds so far. Then my glaive, which likes attacking heroes and monsters, so it hits on 3s, but if I roll 6, the damage increases.
Hey, look. Hey, look. Weird. Weird.
3s to wound though. I still have to get this through.
No, that's fine. The
Oh,
tyrant
they
never
both
does
did.
anything.
No.
The tyrant always wins.
So they're D6 damage each instead of D3, but -1 rend, so you get a 5 up save.
No,
Oh,
it's fine.
no.
The tyrant never does anything. Right,
Oh,
guys?
6 damage.
The tyrant is worthless.
He's worthless.
The tyrant kills
He
nothing.
performs poorly for me usually. So you save
So
2 of
poor.
those. 5s again, 5s again, 5s again. Okay,
So
3 more.
poor.
So he's down to 1, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
gulping bite him. This is me actually grabbing for the ogre, or maybe the Grayseer. He's climbed up
Yeah.
onto the wagon. He's trying to grab for the Grayseer. 3s to hit. Oh,
right.
he fails to
You
get
don't
it.
get him.
He hits his head on the bell. Gong. Butcher's gonna pile in. Don't think he can fight though. Yeah, he didn't have range. So lead belchers. 5 attacks between the 2 of them, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. It's 2 of them. -1, 2 damage apiece. What's your save normally?
5 up.
So 6
Down
up.
6. No.
That's 4 wounds. He's got 1 left, and I'm gonna try to bite him.
Don't bite him.
Ow!
Leave him alone.
3s to hit. Ow! Oh, you taste like a rat. 1 wound left. Oh, battle shock. No battle shock. That was immune to battle shock. Battle shock. I like saying that word. Battle shock. Battle shock.
Battle shot.
And at this point, Dan,
Think we're cutting it. Think we're done.
good game.
Good game.
Because at this point, there's no way he's surviving.
The only way this worked is if he knocked those ogres off the objective and grabbed it for a turn.
And then his donor
But
comes
then
in.
that's gonna happen.
That wasn't in the way. And even if that didn't happen, they shoot him.
Nah, it's gonna
And
crash.
he has 1 wound left, and then all that's left is literally the rats. And even if somehow they did hold on till the end, and I never got that objective, Then we just look at who killed more points, and I think it's pretty clear.
Realistically, it's the Stonehorn crashes into the Grey Seer, and then Matt whiffs everything, and then I steal the objective and hold him up here, but in order to maintain the momentum of the game... No, not really.
No.
It's absolutely hopeless.
I don't think his one attack per turn has enough damage potential.
I wouldn't worry about that. Minor details.
Minor details. Well, if you like, I could just roll his charge roll.
Really, the Master Skaven plan was to lose all along.
So he did a 7-inch charge.
I don't think we have to worry about the facts of the situation.
4 mortal wounds.
I don't think we have to worry about the facts of the situation.
Does that make you feel better?
I just...
Well, that went differently than I thought it would, because, oh yeah, then scrap launchers into the rats, because now I can see them.
Oh, it does exist.
Yeah. So interesting. This is my first time fielding kind of a multi Ogre Mawtribes army, and it definitely was interesting to see them complement each other, getting the Stonehorns on each side of the field, able to do that speedy, lots of mortal wounds where I had the meat of my army being gluttons, scrap launchers in the back. I'm happy with them. I know they performed probably a little above average, but then they performed below average in the last couple turns, so that kind of makes up for it. But I think it'd be kind of fun to try a game where you had 4 of these as artillery.
Oh boy.
Well, it's still 400.
That's
That's a quarter of your army, though. That's 480 points.
That's a lot of scrap.
And so it only works if your opponent has hordes.
Yeah.
They're,
Well, I mean, as much as you consider 10 models a horde, right?
Well, that's what I mean. But I mean, like, if you're playing Stormcast Eternals, or you're playing Ogres, or you're playing lots of these different armies, it's just not going to be as good. Because the moment they're firing at anything else, it's 3s to hit, 4s to wound, D3 damage.
Yeah.
And that's that's not 120 points.
No.
Like, for 120 points,
I mean, they're pulled by a Rhinox, right? How terrible are they in melee?
The Rhinox is okay, but when you look at the stats, yeah, and you don't want to get close because they have a minimum 6-inch shooting range. So the moment they're too close, they can't even fire their weapon.
True.
Now there's the War Scroll Battalion that you can give them an extra attack, but that requires you to bring Noblars. So the points that it costs for the War Scroll and the Battalion and the Noblars, you could actually just bring another 1 or 2 of the scrap launchers. So I don't know. I'm curious to try them out. There's a lot more things I want to try out with the Mawtribes. Don't have all the models for it yet, but we're working on it. But yeah.
Yeah.
This is your first time facing the ogres?
It was the first time with the new book, and it's mean. Still mean.
Kind of scary.
Kind of scary.
I think the thing I like most about them is just how fast they are.
It's the combination ogres that threw me. It's previously, right, it's either you're running the Mawtribe out of the whatever the old
the Gutbusters or the Beastclaw, right?
Or the Beastclaw, but having to deal with a pair of Stonehorns and the main meat of the force and the Gutbusters and the ranged support.
Yeah.
Really flushes the army out from what it could do before.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, thank you for the game, Dan.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And stay tuned. There'll be another game in the MiniWarGaming Vault of probably more ogres, so you'll see it. Just click the link below to go check it out right now. If you're not a Vault member, you can still click it, get a free 7-day trial to the MiniWarGaming Vault, and see all the awesome stuff that's in there. Thanks for watching. Happy wargaming.